informed. You need to be able to critically assess the news that you're ingesting. Where can you do that? Ground News. They're an independent, nonpartisan. My apologies for what it is that just transpired. Accidentally started the live before I should have started the live, because the phone had fallen in my hand. But we're back. I was actually thinking about whether or not I was gonna actually whether or not I was actually going to go live. Roxanne, how you doing? How you doing, Roxanne? Long time no speak, Roxanne. Hope all is well. All is well. Thank you so much for joining us. Always a breath of whenever I do see you, Roxanne. It's always a breath of fresh air. And thank you so much for joining tonight. But yeah, this is something, Roxanne, something kind of crazy just kind of crossed my mind, right? I'm glad you're doing great, Roxanne. I'm glad you're doing great. That means everything to me to know that you're great. Absolutely everything to me to know that you're doing great. But actually, something, I'm not going to say this just crossed my path, right? But I kind of was thinking to myself, well, you know what? The election's over. Kamala Harris, she didn't win the election. I'm still a supporter of Kamala Harris. I still love Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is family. You know, I can't, you know what I mean? And I know that she has a good heart, right? Even though I've never met Kamala Harris, you know, we share the same roots. We share the same last name. You know, and beyond that, she's a great human being. She had such great policies, so many things that really could have helped the country. But the country decided they were going to go in the opposite, complete opposite direction. Okay, cool, fine, fair enough. Fine. You did your thing, right? So I came on here and I said it. I said, guys, I'm not going to focus too much on this election anymore. I'm not going to focus too much on the things that are transpiring anymore. I kind of want to move on and move forward. But every day I see a new comment from a MAGA maniac, right? Just about every day. Like the election is a week ago. A week ago. They'll find the video and they'll say something crazy. Like Kamala Harris would have been an embarrassment, right? Literally about 20 minutes ago, right? If I could actually find it, I should I actually pull it up? You know what? All right. Let me search for my channel. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and search for. I'm gonna come back to this one, right? But I don't even remember what video the person actually made that comment under. But basically, you know what? Forget about that. Basically, this happened about 20 minutes ago, right? And a person came onto my channel to say that Kamala Harris would have been an embarrassing president to have had on a global stage, right? So this is basically what it is that they were alluding to. That Kamala Harris would have been the one that would have been embarrassing the American people. Kamala Harris. Diplomatic Kamala Harris. Smart Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris who actually has a plan. Who can actually articulate herself. Kamala Harris who's actually a woman that has the respect of real men around her. That Kamala Harris. Now, of course, some of these MAGA minions, MAGA maniacs, whatever it is that you want to call them, they don't know what class is, right? So it's very difficult for them to actually see somebody carrying themselves with class and to actually appreciate that. A lot of the reason why a lot of people didn't vote for Kamala Harris is because of who she is, not because of what she wanted to bring to the table. Let's just be honest about it. But when somebody actually sits up there and says that Kamala Harris would have been embarrassing to the rest of us on a global stage, and then we see things like this, because this, honestly, guys, I'm not going to put up the photos. That's not my place to do that. That's between him and Putin, whatever those guys kind of have going along, whatever that is, right? Because that's a very odd sort of relationship, right? But for someone to actually release, and we can't necessarily say it's him, but if it's a state-run news program, right? None of these things are going to happen without him giving the say-so, right? Like, he runs things over on that side. Like, really. The guy really runs things over on that side, right? He really run. These are the people that Trump actually looks up to. You understand me? These are the guys that he actually looks up to. So, can you imagine somebody who, this is somebody that's your role model, actually doing something to this degree to really try to go, to try to embarrass you in this way, right? Now, again, I really wanted to put these things behind us. Look, the election is over. You guys won. Take it. Just go ahead and take it. This is a week later. This is literally, this is 1 week later. And you guys keep pulling me back, right? Week later. And I didn't really want to address these situations. I didn't want to talk about this. I saw this, when was it, yesterday, maybe the day before. I actually saw this, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to address that. We're going to move forward from that. What's the point in continuing to talk about this situation? It is what it is. The country is going to find out precisely what it is that we've been talking about this whole entire time. But people didn't want to listen. Nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to listen, right? This is what it is. This is what you wanted, right? So now already, this is so unprecedented. Trust me when I tell you, this is going to be the most unique presidential term that we've ever had in our entire lives. This is going to be unlike any other. Hopefully in a good way, but and listen, I will say this. I want the country to succeed. I don't care too much about Trump. I don't. You guys already know that, right? But I want the country to succeed, right? So if the country succeeding means he succeeds in being a great president for all the people, cool. Is he going to be a great president? Based on how it started, and it hasn't even really started yet. Anyway, let's kind of get into the nitty gritty of things, right? Because this is what you guys wanted. You wanted this. This is what you want, right? Every time I tell you guys, listen, it's okay. I don't want to talk about the election anymore. I just want to move on. You guys won the election. Every day there's a new comment. There's a new MAGA maniac in my comment section saying something about an old video that we made a long time ago, finding this stuff, and then making another comment about it, telling me how Kamala Harris would have been so embarrassing to us. Kamala Harris. But not the person that they support. I've never saw winners. It's just, I don't know, it's very distasteful, right? So what exactly is it that you want? You won the election, but now you want to gloat, right? You want to gloat. Well, I want you guys to actually stand up for what it is that you believe in. And let me know. Let me know. As a matter of fact, we should probably do a poll. Didn't even think about this, think this through all the way, right? But we should probably do a poll. When something crosses my mind, then I'm going to ask you guys a question. But brace yourself, because I'm not going to show you guys any of these pictures. But we're going to listen in to some of the news, right? on what transpired over there in Russia.
Nude photos of Melania Trump have been aired on Russia's most watched state TV channel during a program supposedly dedicated to celebrating Trump's election victory.
Most watched state-run TV. Most watched state-run TV. Let's run that back.
Nude photos of Melania Trump have been aired on Russia's most watched state TV channel during a program supposedly dedicated to celebrating Trump's election victory.
Supposedly dedicated to celebrating his election victory. supposedly dedicated to celebrating his election victory. This is what you do to celebrate, huh? You release the guy's wife's photos. How do you actually? Okay, cool. I want to know, how do you guys feel about this, right? Because I really want to know, because we I don't know why, but we have a substantial amount of MAGA people that support this channel. Honestly, I don't know why. I keep telling you guys, look, we don't need you to subscribe. It's okay. It's cool. You can find a MAGA channel and subscribe over there. But you guys, you know, you guys love the kid for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. But anyway, I want to know this. Um, Yeah. So I actually asked a poll. So if you guys can participate, right? So I want to know if you guys are actually proud of this, right? Because if you guys are saying Kamala Harris, if you're saying Kamala Harris would have been embarrassing, right? Is this something that you're proud of? The guy he hasn't even been in, I thought I heard something. He hasn't even been in, he's not even in the White House yet. And this is already happening. So are you proud of what it is that's happening? Because I really want to know. I just want to know. So, as of right now, right, out of 10 people, 60% of people said they are proud. Yes, okay. That's precisely what it is that I expected. And as time progresses, we will know precisely how you guys feel about this situation, right? I'm sure you guys are very, very proud of this. I'm sure you're proud. Oh, so proud. So proud of your leader.
This comes after Trump allegedly urged Putin not to escalate the Ukraine war in a phone call last week.
Oh, as a matter of fact, that reminds me of something. Didn't Donald Trump say within 24 hours of him being elected, he was going to stop the war that was happening in Ukraine? Didn't he say that? Well, it's been a week. It's been a week. Am I missing something? Or is this just one of those things? Oh, it's just tongue in cheek, right? He's just saying it. He doesn't really mean it. He's just saying it. It's just one of those things. He's just saying it. Well, I'm just saying it. I mean, that's what he said. I mean, he said it, not me. I didn't say it. I mean, I didn't. So, since you guys want to talk so much about Trump and what it is that's happening with him and his life and all of that, well, then let's talk about it. So, what do you guys have to say for yourself? And this is one of those nights when, yeah, I'm going to get in the chat and I'm going to listen to some of the things that you guys have to say. I'm not going to be able to get to every single comment, but so you guys know, it is now November the 13th at 12:12 Eastern Time, so that you know that everything is up to date and this is not something that is pre-recorded. This is something that's happening in real time. So go on right ahead. Say your piece. Let's hear what it is that you have to say, right? Let's hear what it is that you have to say. Ashton Cox, bye. You're see you later. Bye. Bye. Bro, listen. Whoever wants to leave, guys, nobody's forcing you to be here, right? We believe it. We're pro-choice on this side. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to talk about it. Just be about it, right? You know what I mean? What it costs you nothing to pay someone no mind, as Jay-Z said, right? On that great Blueprint 1 album from back in the day. Costs you nothing to pay me no mind. Because if I see it, I'm just going to bang your dumb ass. I don't have a problem doing that, right? It's cool. This isn't even a topic that I really, really wanted to talk about. But since you guys want to talk about it, let's talk about it. I was even thinking to myself, am I even going to do a stream tonight? I don't know. I think we should kind of start to organize when it is that we're going to do these streams, because as time progresses, I will not be doing these streams on a daily basis. The channel is going to grow in different ways. It won't be just about streaming, and I won't be talking about Donald Trump. But tonight, I got time to talk about this situation, right? I got time tonight. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's talk about it. Stephen Hatery says, stop shaming women, even the first lady. Yes, I agree with you. But don't tell me about it. I'm not shaming any woman, right? You should maybe email Putin and tell him to stop doing it. Maybe tell this news program to stop doing it, right? No one's shaming anyone. As a matter of fact, this is directed towards the MAGA supporters. All we're doing is talking about something that transpired. This actually happened, and we are going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it because you know what? This guy is going to be the next president. Yeah, he's going to be the next president. And on the international stage, how people view him is going to be a reflection of how people see the rest of us as well. Even though some of us didn't vote for him. But some of us did. So this is what they see when they see you. This is who is representing you. So yeah, make this one of those gaslight situations, because this is what the MAGA maniacs like to do. They like to gaslight, right? Everything is about gaslighting and making something seem as if it's not really what it is that's going on. But all we're doing is talking about something that transpired, and this idiot comes out here and talks about people shaming women. Well, talk to Vladimir Putin about that, right? Because if you really sat here and listened, we are actually supporting women. I am actually in support of Kamala Harris, who's a classy lady. So if you were actually sitting up here listening, you would see that I was supporting women and a woman that I really wanted to win this election. So there you go, MAGA maniac. So go ahead and gaslight, but gaslight yourself. Because the facts are going to be the facts, regardless of if you want it to be the facts or not. The person that I voted for to be the president was a woman. She didn't win. Okay. I got on here before you got into this chat, and I told you guys I still support her. She is family. Right? So unless you're directing this towards somebody else, you can't be directing it towards me. You get me, bruv? You know, like that, bruv. I hope you guys are proud. Let's hear some more. Hold on.
But the Kremlin denies that this phone call ever took place. Despite Trump's repeated claims that he has a good relationship with Putin, things appear to have gotten off to a rocky start between the pair. As of right now, experts estimate that 50,000 Russian and North Korean troops are getting ready to carry out an assault on Ukrainian positions in the Kursk region. That's the part of Russian territory Ukrainian forces successfully invaded back in August, and now Russia desperately wants it back. So realistically, how might Trump's election victory impact the war in Ukraine?
Would you give Ukraine weapons and funding?
Well, during his election campaign, Trump said he would end the Ukraine war in one day.
See? This is what he said. He said he would end the Ukraine war in one day. This ain't what I said. Listen again.
During his election campaign, Trump said he would end the Ukraine war in one day.
If I'm president, I will have that war settled in one day, 24 hours.
How would you settle that war in one day?
Look, I'll meet with Putin, I'll meet with Zelensky, They both have weaknesses and they both have strengths. And within 24 hours, that war will be settled. It'll be over.
But many in
What do I say about that? What is there to really? What is there to say about that? What can I actually say about that? The guy said that within one day he's going to end that war. And to be completely honest with you, I don't want to see any human beings, any people lose their lives in something that I perceive to be senseless. I don't know the details of what it is that's happening, but I do know that innocent people that have nothing to do with anything going on both sides are caught in between, are caught in the crossfire. And that's something that I just don't want to see. So for his sake, I hope that he can end the war and limit the amount of casualties. And if he does, I'll tip my hat off to him. But what are the odds of that really happening? What are the odds of that happening? Do you guys really think that's something that's going to happen? Do you? Within 24 hours, he's going to end the war. Okay.
and the West fear that prioritizing a swift solution to the war will mean making too many concessions to the Kremlin.
Сьогодні я вірю, що президент Трамп дійсно хоче швидкого рішення. Ми хочемо справедливого закінчення війни. Я впевнений.
Позиція, він то означає підвищення.
State TV.
Yeah, I can't. Most of us are not going to really understand the language of what it is that they're talking about. So let's move forward.
Of Melania.
Melania Trump. Муж, наконец, победил.
Naked pictures of Melania.
Melania.
Overlords. And I welcome them the same way Russian state television did. By showing naked pictures of Melania.
Melania Trump. Муж, наконец, победил. Готовится во второй раз стать хозяйкой Белого дома. А вот так Мелания выглядела в 2000 году.
If you don't speak Russian, that's Russian for... Do you have any nude photos of your wife? Would you like some? Thanks to Julia Davis, the invaluable Russian media monitor of the Daily Beast. I think that underscores something. I think that underscores that Putin is running President Halfwit and choosing his cabinet for him. That same Russian state TV channel reported neither Mike Pompeo nor Nikki Haley would be in that cabinet long before Tucker Carlson did and long before Trump himself announced it. But moreover, I think the photos are the final reminder to Trump that Trump no longer has any claim on Putin, nor influence on Putin, nor expect anything from Putin except demands and instructions.
This is from this guy's perspective. I don't want to believe that. Honestly, I do not want to believe that Putin is really running the show. I don't want to believe it. I really don't. But what does it look like from your perspective? Because I
2 months and 9 days before he again seizes power, Trump is a lame duck. And while he and his supporters here will certainly try to get him an unconstitutional third term, A, it will be quite a feat, even for fascists and a corrupt judiciary, and B, Putin, who did not call to congratulate Trump but waited until Trump called him yesterday or Saturday, is obviously expecting that by the end of 2028, Trump will be dead by then.
All right. Well, this guy is going a little bit too extreme. He's saying that Putin will hope that by the end of 2028 that Trump is no longer around. I'm not going to sit up here and co-sign that for the simple fact that I do respect, human life. And I might not be the biggest fan of Trump. You guys already know that, right? But I'm not going to sit up here and wish anybody or speak that way in regards to anyone. You know, regardless of who they are and what it is that I think about them, right? So, yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know. That this is his opinion, not mine.
Thank you, Nancy Faust. I would assume if Putin hasn't already selected Trump's successor, maybe the name rhymes with Squeal on Tusk. Maybe it rhymes with J.V. Prance. Maybe it rhymes with Tucker Carlson.
This guy, he didn't even come up with a different name for Tucker Carlson.
There it is. He's working on it now. If it's Trump's job to now end birthright citizenship, that could work both ways, couldn't it? If he finds a way to say, you're not an American just because you're born here, your parents were born here, surely he can find a way to say you are an American even if you weren't born here, Elon. Whoever Putin's choice is, his wife does not have nude photographs that can be run by Russian state television.
Honestly, I don't think that these guys, when people are really saying that Putin is really running things, I don't think that they actually believe that. Because if they did believe that, they wouldn't be talking about it in such a like a joking way. Like, I don't think this is something that they would really be joking about, right? Like, if any of these guys, and I've seen it a number of times where people are saying that this is what it is, right? But I'm not the type of person to just believe everything that it is that I hear, right? Because I know I'd rather have some sort of real evidence that this is really what's taking place before I actually jump to the conclusion that, yes, this is what it is that's going on. Is it the most odd election that I've ever seen and experienced? Yes. Is it a very unlikely candidate that has now, that's now the president-elect? Absolutely. Are there a lot of things around it that make you go, And even when some of these things appear to be true, right? You don't really want to jump to conclusion. But on the other side, it's this, right? If you're face to face with a lion, or face to face with, I don't know, a hippo or an alligator, you're face to face with an alligator, right? And you close your eyes, does that alligator disappear? Or is that alligator still there? When you're faced with an alligator, and there's an alligator right there about to attack, if you were to close your eyes, would that alligator still be there? Or does the alligator disappear? The reason why I asked that question is because what I was saying before. There's a lot of people that are showing me evidence. There's a lot of people that are saying things in regards to, yes, this isn't the real person that's controlling the country, that's running the country. No. This guy over here is the one with all the power. So as much as I don't want to believe it, could it be true? As much as I do not want to believe that it's true, is it possible that there is some truth to it? And this isn't me insinuating anything, because like I told you guys, I don't want to believe it. But when you see things like this, you ask yourself, who's really in charge here? Honestly, I've never even seen Putin with a wife. I don't even know if he's married. I don't. Is he? I don't know. You guys, you guys, let me know. Is Putin married? I don't know. Valley Boy says that's called denial. Oh, thank you so much, Valley Boy. You really hit the nail on the head. I was really looking for the word. Thank you for pointing that out. It's not obvious at all. No, it's not. But yeah, I've never even seen the guy with a wife. I've never seen him with a wife. If he does have a wife, he really does a good job at keeping his family out of the limelight. But when I see something like this, I don't think that's anything that the American media would do. Right? I don't think that's something that anyone would do to another world leader in another country. But maybe they have that kind of relationship where they're just boys, right? That's my boy. Oh, that's just my homie, right? We do stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe they have that sort of relationship where you could do things like that. And then he's okay with it. Who knows? Who knows? Who actually knows? Thank you for pointing that out, Nathan Ryan. Thank you. I mean, I didn't ask, but thank you for pointing it out. I really do appreciate that. That's sarcasm, by the way. I'm not sure if he's actually even talking to me. Except there was only a 65% turnout. He doesn't have a mandate to be a dictator in a system of checks and balances. Says Kevs. Yes, Kevs. That's the system that we currently have in place. But that system, hopefully, hopefully, survives this presidential term. Hopefully. But either way, listen, I'll be here every step of the way, right? Providing you guys with some hope, something to look forward to, right? Because hopefully we all make it through this 4-year term, right? Hopefully we do. And we'll have the opportunity to do something else, to go in a different direction. We'll have the opportunity to go in a different direction. So yeah, sure, this election didn't work out for some people. A lot of people who did want Kamala Harris to win, it didn't really work out for them this time. But who's to say that it won't work out next time for who it is that you guys or that we would like to be the president? But I think this was the perfect opportunity. But it's nothing. We can't go back and change it. It is what it is, but it's going to happen. It's happening right now, and it's happening in real time. And I just hope the people that actually sat there and voted for him are going to be okay with the things that he does. Because we really had a candidate that it was a special one. But with all the lies in the media and sort of people's perception, because make no mistake, like people didn't vote for her not because of what she knows or what she represents or how qualified she is, but because of who she is and certain things that she just can't change about who she is. Either way, I'm proud of her. I'm very proud of her. She only had 100 and something days. It was like 100 and something days that she had to really campaign. And she did a decent enough job. She did. Right? If anything, when you really look back on the electoral map, you kind of see the counties that voted red. You might think to yourself, oh man, that was a blowout. But guys, keep in mind that the majority of the population of the country are in these big cities, like the New Yorks that are blue, and the California, Los Angeles, the Chicagos, these places, right? These places are mostly going to be very, very liberal places. But things are changing. Times are changing. What we're faced with is the government that the people have elected. Right? This is what it is that we collectively, I say we with a grain of salt, ashy salt, right? But this is the government that was elected. I'm not gonna say we anymore. I didn't. This isn't. I tried, right? I tried. I used my voice. I got up here. I tried to kind of show you guys, what one candidate stood for and what the other candidate stood for. I just barely stopped short of actually going out there and ringing doors myself. I really was going to do that by myself. And then I had the actual opportunity to do so, but it was just far too late for me to do so. It was just too late in the game for me to do that. Right? But I think with better planning, better execution, I think we go again. So even though it didn't work out this time, I think we go again. I think we go again. I know we go again. Right? And it's not a loss. It's a lesson, as Hove would say. It's just a lesson. These things happen in life. Right? You go for something, you don't get it the first time. All right. Now, this is the part that really defines who you are. Are you the type of person that's just like, I guess I'll just walk away from this now. I guess I'll just sulk and feel sorry for myself? Or are you the type of person that says, all right, cool. Well, you know what? I learned from this situation. It's cool. We're not going to attack it this way this time. Next time, we're going to do this way. I've been taking notes. I realized that we shouldn't have done this. Take this out. This is what I was thinking, but I didn't get the opportunity to do it. So we're going to do it this time. This way. This time, we're going to do it this way. And get the team involved. Get other people involved. This is the time. Start campaigning from now. You get me? Have you seen Nick Fuentes thing? Your body, my choice. I have never seen someone so punchable. Nick Fuentes, I don't really know who Nick Fuentes is. Thank you so much, Dylan Clark, for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Nick Fuentes, is it that young guy? Hold on. I might have seen that. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I might have seen that. Is it the young guy, clean shaven? Hold on. Yeah. Seen it. I saw it. I'm not even gonna click it. As a matter of fact, do you guys want to hear it? Hold on. Do you guys actually want to hear what this idiot said? I just absolutely cannot believe. As a matter of fact, no, I'm bugging. I can, you know what I mean, based on who it is that he does support, that he would say something like that. It's absolutely disgusting, but we've grown to expect nothing more from people who support Donald Trump.
I'm sure you guys seen this video. We control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again. And there will never, ever be a female president. Yeah, I know how crazy that.
You see things like that, right? It's things like that. And I've been hearing a lot of things about what transpired after Trump got elected in terms of some of these Latino voters that actually did sit up there and actually voted for Trump, right? They're being discriminated against by other people that voted for Trump as well. But when you listen to something like that, when a guy is saying your body, my choice, I'll be good and goddamned if a guy would say that to my sister or my kid or any female that I care about. My mother, my granny. It's not going to fly over here. It's not. It's simply not. So because I care so much about women, for the simple fact that I've acknowledged and I'm grateful for the opportunity to live life, right? Because if not If had it not been for my mother, I would not be here because she carried me for 9 months. Right? She carried me for 9 months. Yeah? Now think about that. So, rent free, whatever she ate, I ate. Whatever she experienced, we experienced together. And then she showed me love when I came out. Yeah? Things weren't always perfect. But you know what? I'm glad she actually had me. So yeah, one doesn't exist without the other. We do need both parents, absolutely, right? But at the same time, think about it. When you say things like this, right? When you say things like your body, my choice, what do you think of yourself? Do you think you're some sort of supreme being, controller of all things? You're somebody that could just go around controlling everyone because you're a man? It's not how these things work. It's not how these things work. So I'll be good and goddamned if somebody were to say that shit to my mom or my sister or my kid. It just ain't gonna fly. So yeah, I won't be listening to that guy's podcast at all. Ever. Ever. But he does have a fan base. And there are people who actually sit there and listen to that guy. And there are people who actually agree with him. I mean, think about it, guys. Look at who we have in the White House right now. There are people that voted for that guy. So yeah. This is the collective consciousness. This is who we are right now. Whether we like it or not. This is who we are. Your body, my choice. It doesn't work like that. Who the hell do you think you are? No, for real. Like, who do you think you are? Who do you really think you? What do you think of yourself and who do you think you are? If you're going to express that aspect of yourself, then be truthful and honest with who it is that you think you are. And let everybody know who it is that you think you are. Just be honest about it. I mean, that's your honest opinion, right? You're not saying that because of clickbait, are you? Because that's a low. Either way, it's low. But that would be even lower. If you're just saying that just because you want people to watch your videos. Listen to what it is that you have to say. Because when real people see that sort of stuff, they think of you as a moron. That's what they think of you. And I'm sure if there's any young, fathers of some of these young women, maybe around his age, probably early 20s. I don't know. How old is he? 25? I don't even know how old he is. I don't know anything about this guy. But how would you feel if that was the guy that was dating your kid? How would you feel? You know what you got to teach your daughters? Teach your daughter that she is a leader. Teach your daughter that it's her choice. Teach your daughter she is not a follower and she is no one's property. That's what you teach your daughter. And any man that feels as if you are, that's not the man for you. It's just that simple. It's that simple. I'm not going to teach my daughter to sit up here and conform to none of these idiots, none of these clowns. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Your body, my choice. Ah, man. But again, these are the times we're living in. These are the times that we are living in. These are the times we're living in. How many? I guarantee you he has millions of followers. I guarantee. Hold on. I don't even have Instagram on this MacBook. Okay. I would go grab the iPad, but I don't think I'm going to grab it right now. It's all the way back there. Here's something that'll make you laugh. Check out the beginning of Jon Stewart's new vid. What went wrong for the Democrats? Trust me, you'll like it. I'm going to check it out, but I don't know if I don't think Jon Stewart. Hold on. As a matter of fact, what does it say? What went wrong for the Democrats? Jon Stewart, what went wrong for the Democrats? Okay, Jon Stewart. Yo, just looking at that guy actually makes me laugh. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna play it. Give me a sec. Nick doesn't represent the majority of the right. Quit gaslighting. You're literally doing the same thing Democrats did during the campaign. Did I ever say that he represents the majority of the white, the white or the right? Did I ever say that? When did I say that Nick Fuentes represents the majority of the right? When did I ever say that? I said, I'm sure he has millions of followers. I'm sure I said that. I'm sure I said that he has a lot of people that follows him. That's what I said. I never said he represents the majority of the right. That never came out of my mouth. Right? Thank you, Christian Navarez, for the super chat. But sir, please, if you're going to send in your super chat, please say something that contributes to the conversation, because that, honestly, that's not what it is that I said. We never said this is how the majority of the right wing thinks. What I said was, teach your daughter how to be a leader. Teach your daughter that it's her choice. That's what I said. I remember exactly what it is that I said. And I never said anything right wing. Just came up just now that you mentioned the right. So I'm sure you're here. You're going to defend your political party. You're going to defend your beliefs. It is what it is. You have your reasons as to why you feel like you believe that. Personally, I'm not sitting up here trying to control anybody at all. Right? You can control yourself. As a matter of fact, it's very childish and juvenile to think that you can control other people. But you see, when you lead by example, when you stand up for what it is that you believe in, when you're honest with yourself, then honesty just reigns out. Then you just are who you are. It just flows and you just live. And it just is what it is. But thank you so much. I really honestly do appreciate it. But let me go ahead and play the Jon Stewart, the beginning of it. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm clicking this like it's a touchscreen. It's a damn laptop. Hold on.
Welcome to the Daily Show. I am your host, Jon Stewart, and you're. You know what? Come here. Come here.
Yo, just looking at this guy, honestly, I don't know what it is, but just looking at this guy, just his expressions, he just makes you laugh. Well, the crazy thing about it is, you could tell it's just authentic. Like, he's not trying too hard to be funny.
Welcome to the resistance.
I promise you.
Actually, being facetious, but okay. promise you for the remainder of the next 4 years, I will only speak to you in this tone of voice. This close to the camera. I will be relentless. Or, well, they will. I'm here Mondays. Really, not even that many. There's a dark weeks. Holidays and the point is this. You can count on me for. It's really about 15 hours of resistance total. Back out to the thing. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We got a good one for you tonight.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Yeah, this dude is actually he's very funny. I don't think he's the funniest out of those guys that do the late night shows. He might be anyway. He's certainly my Jimmy Kimmel, he does his thing as well. But this guy, he's just authentically funny. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. I'm not gonna go too much into it because I know he kind of has a show that he wants to run, and I'm sure he wants people to tune into what it is, the daily show that he's doing, daily, right? Not every Monday. Man, I do appreciate that. Who got money to troll? Damn it, says Ashton Williams. Look, there's a lot of money in America. There's a whole lot of money in America. We see, look, I actually did a little bit of research, not much, but a little bit of research, right, on the depth of some of the sub-Saharan African countries, and it was in total, I think, about 700 to 800 million, or billion. I'm sorry, right? Think about Elon Musk and how much money he has, or how much. I say money he has. I don't know if everything is liquid, but in terms of his assets, right? In terms of his worth, right? If you Google it, you'll see that this guy is worth hundreds of billions. And I had said this prior to me even knowing how much debt sub-Saharan African countries were in. I had said that this guy has the amount of wealth that he has as an individual. He can actually, you or people can actually run 6 empires at the very least with that amount of assets. Or that amount of wealth, I should say. I'm sorry. Right? There's people in America that have a stupid amount of money, a ridiculous amount of wealth, amount of money, amount of influence. It is what it is. I kind of came across something because I used to be of the thinking that Elon Musk was some sort of engineer, but that was already debunked years ago. But then I was kind of watching this podcast with 2 ladies. What was the name of the podcast? This effing guy, right? This effing guy podcast. Check out that podcast. It is absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And it's 2 ladies, and they sit up there and they talk about some guy. You know what I mean? Kind of just give a different perspective of some guy that, people kind of put on a pedestal. And I watched the Elon Musk episode, and it really brought a lot of things to light because, yeah, like I said prior, I kind of found out that he really wasn't an engineer prior to that, but I didn't know to what depths he really wasn't an engineer. I didn't know how he acquired any of these companies that he owns. I didn't know pretty much anything about the guy, right? A little bit here and there, but I thought Tesla was his brainchild. Then I found out, no, it was actually 2 engineers that actually came up with Tesla, and that he actually just bought into the company. I thought he, started PayPal. Turns out, no, he didn't. Didn't found any of these companies. SpaceX, no, not an engineer. I didn't know anything about any of that sort of stuff. But in terms of being a businessman, he's a businessman. Whether it's ethical or not, I can't sit up here and tell you because I don't know. I wasn't there. We could only assume whatever it is that we assume about the ethics that goes into how he acquired a lot of these companies and how he's become what most people would say is the richest man in the world. Maybe some of the families over there in United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia and Dubai. Maybe some of these guys may have something to say about that. Maybe some people in China have something to say about that. But from what it is that we know, and from what Western media is telling us over and over, they tell us every single day, to the point where you get to the point where it's like, how much is this guy really worth? And then you see, 100 and something billion. It's like, whoa, 200 billion. God damn. Well, damn. And then there's people that's like, man, I wish I had that much, but what would you do with all that? What would you do with all of that wealth, all that money? What would you even do with all of that money, wealth, assets? What does one even do with that? You know what I would do? I thought about it. What I would do is I would do my best to make the world a better place. That's what I would do. If I had the opportunity, some entity, some God or the universe, whatever, bless me to have hundreds of billions and maybe close to $1 trillion, I would feel like it's my duty, because I'm sure he did a lot of hard work or whatever it is to acquire that wealth. But it would be my duty to make the world better off than when I came into the world. And of course, you ain't going to be able to help everyone. You ain't going to be able to impact everyone, right? But plant those seeds that will impact the world in a more positive way. And do your best to make it a better world than when you came into the world. That's what I would do. But it's brilliant. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of people wish they would have that much amount of money, that amount of wealth and all of that sort of stuff. But then what would you do with all of that money? What is there to do? What exactly is there to do? What do you do with that much money? What do you do? What do you do with that? I'm sure you find creative ways of doing different things, but what exactly do you do? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Right? And how people kind of think to themselves, man, $100 million used to be a whole lot of money back in the day. You think of somebody with $100 million, like, damn, they're rich. Now, these days, the amount of money that these people are talking about, like, remember when Bill Gates used to be the richest person in the world? And what was his net worth? Probably like, you would say maybe like 50 billion or something like that, right? It's out of the park. This is hundreds of billions now. A completely new dimension is unlocked. You talk about the top 3 or 4 richest people in America, hundreds of billions of dollars. Ridiculous amount of money. And Elon Musk is probably double the second richest person in America. That's how crazy this is. So yeah, there are a lot of people that have a lot of money in America. It just is what it is, right? So $10, $20, $5, that's nothing. You know what I mean? To them, right? Oh, man. Let me see what it is that you guys got to say. Hold on. And I kind of wanted to bring this to you guys as well. Hold on. Let me see. Are you guys proud of Trump's wife's photos have been released? 61% of people said no. I got to admit, I'm actually surprised that 61% of people actually said no. Honestly, and this isn't because I think so lowly of anyone or anything like that, but like I said, a lot of people who are MAGA supporters support this channel. It is what it is. We're just going to call it spade a spade. There's a lot of people that have subscribed to this channel that are MAGA supporters. I guess they kind of just look at it. We're American, we're people, whatever it is, right? Cool, right? I don't have much of a problem with it, but at the same time, I kind of did expect something different when I asked this question. I asked this question to be, I don't know, facetious. I don't even know how to say that damn word. But I asked this question because I was thinking to myself, I know what they're going to do. They're going to say, yes, they're proud of the fact that those photos were released. And to be fair, 347 of you guys have voted. And 61% now have said, no, we're not proud of it. But then the reason why I even made this video, because I was thinking about going live. Should I go live? Should I not go live? Should I go live? And then I felt like I had to come up here and defend Kamala Harris's honor because I see where people are dragging her name in the dirt and she does not deserve it. She gave you guys the best of her. She really did. And she didn't get the opportunity to be president. She was just the vice president. And the vice president does not have the abilities that the president has. But she gave you guys her absolute best. And this is what it is that I saw. And I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her, how she carried herself. I'm proud of everything that it is that she did. You know, keeping her head high in the face of all these rumors, all of this false information that's been floating around about her. I'm proud of her. Right? Very smart woman, very educated woman, very qualified, worked in just about every branch of government. Right? Been doing this far longer than Trump, even though Trump was the president before. Remember, like, the guy was a celebrity before this, right? Guy was on The Apprentice before this, and doing up wrestling matches with Vince McMahon and that. You know what I mean? But yeah, yeah. Wait, hold on. Hold on. This just in. Hold on. Let me hear this.
Trump also tapped Tesla CEO Elon Musk and conservative activist Vivek Ramaswamy to lead a new Department of Government Efficiency. That's Doge for short, which is a reference to a meme and a cryptocurrency associated with Musk. In a statement tonight, Trump's saying the department will help to, quote, dismantle government bureaucracy / excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies.
Yeah. So is Doge now backed by the government? I'm not even entirely sure what that means.
Of government efficiency. That's Doge for short, which is a reference to a meme and a cryptocurrency associated with Musk. That's Trump also tapped Tesla CEO Elon Musk and conservative activist Vivek Ramaswamy to lead a new Department of Government Efficiency. That's Doge for short, which is a reference to a meme and a cryptocurrency associated with Musk.
You remember the Dogecoin? I remember when the Dogecoin was out. It's probably still out. I don't really look. I'm not into crypto these days. I mean, I am, but I'm not, right? Yeah, I haven't invested in crypto in years, if I'm completely honest with you. But I remember Dogecoin, and I remember I used to tell my cousin that Dogecoin was going to go up and this, that, and the third because of the people that's, behind Dogecoin. But the department, what is it? Department of Government Efficiency? DOGE? Yeah, that spells out Dogecoin. Now, what exactly is the Department of Government Efficiency? Let's find out. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Let's find out. What is the Department of Government Efficiency? Let's see. What is the Department of Government Efficiency? President-elect Donald Trump announced on Tuesday that his second administration will create a Department of Government Efficiency led by Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. Trump, who won a second term in the White House last week, in a statement... Oh, come on. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Trump, who won a second term in the White House last week, in a statement on Truth Social, said that the department will pave the way for the administration to dismantle government bureaucracy / excess regulation, cut wasteful expenditure, and restructure federal agencies. This is kind of sounding kind of a little Project 2025y. This is what it sounded like, but let's find out if it is or if it isn't. I look forward to Elon and Vivek making changes to the federal bureaucracy with an eye on efficiency and at the same time making life better for all Americans, Trump added. Yeah, but getting rich, very, very rich, right, in the meantime as well. I'm certain of it. Details of the new department, which Trump abbreviated the DOGE, D-O-G-E, are fairly unknown. Trump said in his statement that the department will not be a federal agency, but will provide guidance outside of government. What? What does that even mean? Trump said in his statement that the department will not be a federal agency, but will provide guidance outside of government. So, does he work for the government or no? Like, what is that? By partnering with the White House and the Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform and create an entrepreneurial approach to the government never seen before. Oh my gosh, is this another science experiment? What exactly is going on right now? What is happening? Did these guys really think this through? Is this something that's in the best interest of the American people? Or is this something that's in the best interests of certain billionaires? That's something to think about. That's something for us all to ask ourselves. Is this in the best interest of the entire nation, or is this in the best interest of certain billionaires? While on the campaign trail, Trump had touted giving Musk, the billionaire CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, who threw millions of dollars into supporting Trump's campaign, a spot in the administration. During a speech at the Economic Club of New York in September, Trump said that he planned to create a government of efficiency commission at the suggestion of Musk. At the time, in a post to X, formerly Twitter, Musk responded, "I look forward to serving America if opportunity arises. No pay, no title, no recognition is needed." Oh, big shout outs to the PR. Oh, the PR. Excellent PR. Elon Musk speaks. Musk said on Tuesday that all action of the Department of Government Efficiency will be posted online for maximum transparency. Hey, Musk said on Tuesday, all actions of the Department of Government Efficiency will be posted online, right? For maximum transparency, right? So if you guys want to see it, you can go online and see everything. For maximum transparency. Come on, man. Maximum transparency. Really? What's maximum transparency? What does maximum transparency mean? For me, if you're telling me maximum transparency, that's like having a glass, right? Like this isn't spray bottle of water. I usually always have some water here, but the spray bottle, right? This spray bottle is transparent, but it's not quite maximum transparent, right? Like you know, you don't exactly see everything through the bottle, right? It's not maximum transparency. So maximum transparency, you can't hide maximum transparency on the internet. You can't hide maximum transparency. You can't give maximum transparency on the internet. You can't give maximum transparency on any website. Maximum transparency is, it's out there in the open. It doesn't even have a roof, right? You're in the middle of the street somewhere showing everybody what it is that's going on. Doesn't even have a building. That's maximum transparency to me. Maximum transparency is, oh, you could walk in, you know, see precisely what it is that's going on. There's no security. There's nothing, right? You can go and take part in it if you want to as well. That's maximum transparency to me. But of course, maximum transparency, it's definitely going to have something different. It's going to be a different meaning to it. Trust me when I tell you that. Anytime the public thinks we are cutting something important or not cutting something wasteful, just let us know, he added in the post to X. We will also have a leaderboard for most insanely dumb spending of our tax dollars. This will be both extremely tragic and extremely entertaining. Okay, let's see. It sounds good. It sounds entertaining. Let's see. Ramsawamy, who ran for the 2024 GOP presidential nominee before dropping out and endorsing Trump in January, on Tuesday responded to Trump's announcement on X, writing, "We will not go gently." Elon Musk, at Elon Musk. He added in a separate post that he was withdrawing myself from consideration, unquote, to potentially fill Vice President-elect J.D. Vance's Senate seat in Ohio. GOP Ohio Governor Mike Duaney is tasked with appointing someone to fill Vance's seat until a special election in 2026. Well, there you have it. The DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, spearheaded by one Elon Musk, who is considered by many, maybe not all, but by many, to be the wealthiest man, in terms of money anyway, on the planet. Talk with your chat, bozo, says Mr. BTY05. Well, I mean, you know, you can call me a bozo. You hurt my feelings just now. To save your tax dollars, he said Doge. He'd rather talk at you, says unfunded Apple. You're right. I'd rather talk at you. You're right. I wonder how did this migrant Elon Musk become so powerful to the point his friends is giving him big position in the White House? Well, he's very, very wealthy. I think that has a lot to do with a lot of things. Yeah. I think his wealth is a sizable portion of the economy. So yeah, it's one of those things. It is quite different. But it's one of those things. I mean, you know, it's happening whether or not we like it or not, right? That is happening. Right? And as they said, it's not really the they kind of said it's not really the government. I guess that's what they're alluding to. It's not really a government sort of thing, but it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. I don't even know what it means. What it is that they're saying. Bros on food stamps talking about the economy. I've never been on food stamps a day in my life. Roxanne, you didn't even have to delete him. I was going to torch him. I was going to light him on fire, figuratively, of course, for saying that. But, you know, Roxanne actually deleted him. But it is what it is. Cool. We move. But I've never been on food stamps a day in my life. Even at times when we had to struggle growing up. I've never been on food stamps. Right? And I could say that with my head held high. Right? Not that there's anything wrong with those people that have been on food stamps. But, yeah, it just wasn't in me. So, yeah. I don't even know why I'm addressing that, but I think that person was trying to be funny. Thought it was cute. But Roxanne, you know, some of those guys, wait till I get to them so I could. Art of Mind says Trump will drop the ball, guaranteed. When this happens, he will blame others as usual. Of course. I mean, have you ever known this guy to take accountability? When have you known this guy to take accountability for anything whenever things go wrong? He'll take credit when things go great, even if he didn't do it, right? But in terms of taking accountability when things go wrong, don't hold your breath for that. That's most likely not going to happen. Make sure you guys are actually liking the video 75 minutes in, and I'm just now mentioning that. I'm sure we could do 40 likes. I mean, goddamn, you know. Big Brother, is government efficiency good? I don't know. It's a great question. I don't know. I don't know. Let's ask the chat. Is government efficiency good, chat? Can we get some real questions? Do you think what? Go get a forces? They be I don't even know what you're saying. What is Kamala's greatest achievement? People have been asking me that question over and over and over and over and over again, and I've answered that question before. Find the video where I answered that question. I'm not going backwards. Rumpers enjoy this Christmas because, oh no bonuses next Christmas will be peasants. Christmas, do you like the turnip presents? I don't know. I'm not touching that one. Government contracts, taxpayers' money. Says Jill Niven. I understand what it is that you're saying. Taxpayers' money, government contracts for the already wealthiest man in the world. I think that's what it is that you're alluding to. Let's wait and see, right? I mean, this is what the people voted for after all. So let's wait and see, right? Let's actually wait and see. Now that we have SpaceX, where does that leave NASA, right? Yeah. Ashton Williams says, I'm on food stamps, and big ups to you, man. That's nothing for you to be ashamed of. There's nothing for you to be ashamed of that, you know, that's something that you actually needed to get some help. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Shout outs to you, and shout outs to the people that's taking care of their business, and, you know, the single mothers that, you know, kind of need some help to make ends meet, and they're doing their thing. Yeah, it's no qualms. But we do have people like that who Roxanne just banned, that think that they're on some sort of high horse talking down on people who have actually needed to use food stamps. So thank you so much for blocking that idiot, Roxanne. I do appreciate you. Yeah, you got to him before I could. Someone says, is the government good? Big Brother says, is the government good? I don't know. Is it? Is it good or is it? I don't know. I don't know. It's all about perspective, isn't it? I don't know. We would want it to be good. You know, the people that are going in. It's all about perspective where that's concerned. It's all about perspective. Elon Musk is also the largest taxpayer on earth. He paid $10 billion in taxes in one day, says Nathan Ryan. I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know that. Maybe not. Who knows, right? If he's worth hundreds of billions, what's it, 290 or 190 or something, like 300 billion, something crazy, right? Hundreds of billions. $10 billion, just, what is that? That's not, most people are not going to see $10 billion in their lifetime. Most people will not see $10 billion in their lifetime, let alone touch, let alone have access to $10 billion, right? But if you have hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars, $10 billion, what's $10 billion? right? So if you're looking at it, look at the ratio, right? $10 billion to somebody who has $11 billion. If they pay $10 billion in taxes and they only have $11 billion, yeah, that would seem crazy, right? That would be outrageous. But $10 billion to somebody who has $300 billion. All right, let's get in the helicopter and fly to Dubai and have lunch and then fly back. They can't do that. Or the private jet. The helicopter to Dubai, that's a bit excessive, right? Let's get in a private jet and go have lunch in Monaco. That $10 billion don't mean nothing when you're worth hundreds of billions of dollars. And you're set to make maybe 50 billion in a year, right? Maybe more, maybe less. But certainly more than 10 billion. I don't know. What, you want me to have sympathy for him? You want me to cry about that? Is that something that you want me to do? I don't know what you want me to do with that. It's all about perspective. So yeah, if he did pay $10 billion in taxes, well, good for you, sir. I don't know what else to say to you. Good for you, sir. Excellent. Excellent job. Thank you for sharing, though. I appreciate that. Nathan said, what's the government done for you lately? I don't know, Nathan. I think what the Biden administration actually did for the people that suffered the hurricane, I think they actually did provide help for those people, and not like the media was saying that they didn't provide any help, or that Trump was saying that they didn't provide any help. They actually did do that. So it's not necessarily something directed towards me, but there were some people that needed help and got help from the government. As far as me individually, I've never been one of those people that wanted handouts, right? Ever, right? So it's never one of those things where I'm like, oh, give me something, do this for me. Nah, I do it for myself. Just don't stop me from doing what I need to do for myself. That's it. Just don't stop me from doing what I need to do to take care of my responsibilities and take care of myself. That's it. Other than that, I don't know. They fix roads, right? They do things. They do things. Bear Gone says your hair is cool. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Who is he paying the tax to? Roxanne, we can't even confirm or deny if he really did pay $10 billion in taxes. But let's go ahead and fact check that one. Hold on, because I don't know if that's something factual that he said just now. Let's see. Let's actually find out. According to public statements, hold on. Come on, Chrome, what are you doing? According to public statements, Elon Musk stated that he would be paying over $11 billion in taxes for the year, not $10 billion. This is widely reported by news outlets like CNN, BBC, with Musk himself tweeting about the figure, that he would be paying over $11 billion in taxes for the year. That he would be. So someone said he paid $10 billion, but according to Google, according to the AI overview, right, he stated that he would be paying $11 billion in taxes for 1 year. So, slightly misworded, but he was kind of on the right track when he was saying that he paid $10 billion in 1 day. It wasn't 1 day though; it was a year. So, so the facts were a little bit distorted, but we got there in the end. So now we know what AI said, what Google said, and maybe that's a little bit closer to the actual figure, right? So $11 billion for the year. But when you're worth, let's see how much his net worth is, right? So this ain't me pocket watching, but it kind of is, but it ain't. But for the purposes of this video, let's see what Google says is Elon Musk's net worth. $320 billion. I wasn't far off when I said 300 billion. That number, bro, like last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, 2 months ago, that was like 190 billion or something like that. I don't actually remember it being that much, if I'm honest with you. Hold on. $320 billion is outrageous. So you paid $11 billion and you're worth $320 billion. You can't cry about it. You can't, bro. You just can't, right? You can't. You can't. $11 billion is nothing when you're worth $320 billion. If this figure is actually correct, these things are estimated. Yeah. So, how much do you think this guy's going to be worth after the presidency of Trump? How much money do you think he's going to be worth in the next 4 years, in the next 8 years, in the next 10 years? How much money do you think this guy's going to be worth? Guys, we could get this. Come on. How come we only got 34 likes? Are you guys bugging? Like the video. We got to get up to like at least 40. As a matter of fact, you know what? It is what it is. What we got? It's now 125. I'm probably going to stick around for like 5 more minutes. I think we've been at it for far longer than I even thought I would be at it tonight. But yeah, I am going to be bringing new content, different types of content. Certainly by the end of this week, right? I'm going to be bringing completely different types of content to you guys. So, hold on. Yeah, so I am. No. So I am going to be bringing you guys completely different types of content. I just kind of wanted to get settled into YouTube. I'm not going to be doing these streams as often. I've been doing these streams pretty much daily. I've been doing these streams pretty much daily. I don't think it's going to be like an everyday thing. I think maybe like every other day. You know what I mean? Or I might do like a nighttime stream and then a daytime stream. But for the most part, I don't think every day is this. It's a little bit excessive. So we're going to diversify the way how we do things over here. So we're going to be doing a lot of like not so live content as well. So we're going to be still doing the live content. But we're going to do some content that's not live. This is cryptic reasoning. So it's going to be a lot of opinion based things, but we're going to focus on the facts, right? Based on whatever the truth is, we're going to give our opinions on it. Because, you do have a lot of misinformation on the internet. There's a whole bunch of misinformation on the internet, and I don't want to contribute to that. I want to talk about things as they are and as they're happening, and then, give our opinions on it and provide solutions. Like, these are things that we could do together collectively. I do appreciate every single one of you guys who participated in this stream tonight. I do appreciate every single one of you guys who have liked the video. Thank you guys for sending in those super chats as well. Those super chats, they go a long way. So I do appreciate that. Thank you guys for voting. Not just the election, but for voting here, right? But either way, thank you guys for voting in the election as well. Even though we're not happy with how things turned out exactly, but you guys did vote. So some of you anyway. Thank you for that. And yeah, this was another great stream. I had fun doing it. I know you guys had fun too. I didn't troll you guys as much as I probably should have. But yeah, it was really fun. I'm going to end the poll right now. So the poll is ended. I think once I end it, do you guys actually see? Yeah, so once I end it, you guys can actually see what it says. So 61%. So are you guys proud of Trump's wife's photos being released. And 61% of you guys said no, you're not proud of it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tapping in. Roxanne, love you, King. Love you too, Roxanne. I do appreciate it. Now, Candace Owens is a black woman I can get behind. I would vote for her for president. Candace would never get my vote for president. I'm sorry. I'm sure she says a lot of things that you do like, though, Nathan. But she doesn't say too much that I like, to be honest with you. She's certainly no Kamala Harris. She's not. Yeah, Kamala Harris is just a completely different class of person, of human being, than Candace Owens. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm just not a fan of Candace Owens. So it is what it is. Why did T. Candace go to law school if she's so smart? Why didn't Candace go to? Okay, yeah. Says Lucky Mate. Yeah. Why didn't she go to law school? I don't know. But thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys do like and subscribe on the way out. Yeah. Thinking about whether or not probably Wednesday. I might be back tomorrow, and then I won't be back till like Friday or Saturday with the live streams. But I'll be doing other things behind the scenes in order to make this channel the best it possibly can be. But thank you guys so much for the support, MAGA Maniacs. Big ups to yourselves. Hopefully you guys can learn to love other people as well. Hopefully you guys can find it in your heart to love MAGA Maniacs. Yeah, big up yourselves. Thank you so much, everyone who has supported the channel. I've been saying bye for like 5 minutes. Guys, later. I'll see you later. I don't want to leave, but I gotta go. Bye.